I wasn't going to make a video today. I had no plan to make a video today. I don't even have a topic for today. But what I saw last night, it was amazing. It was possibly the greatest and worst thing I've ever seen in sports history. I'm talking, of course, of the New York Jets. Now, if you're not a football fan, you have no idea what happened last night, but pretty much what happened is that the Jets were playing a game where they needed to win to stay alive in the playoff hunt. And they lost. But they didn't just lose. They lost in like the greatest way possible. The Jets were down 10-14. And, well, first of all, they scored a touchdown and were up 10-7. And then they just gave it up, like right away. And like under 2 minutes, the Titans scored a touchdown to make it 14-10. And then they were pretty much handed the ball like several times. And Mark Sanchez decides to throw 2 interceptions. And when all hope is lost, the Tennessee kicker, I don't know his name, decides to punt the ball like 20 yards and like give pretty like he like messed up the kick and it goes out of bounds and the Jets get one last chance on the like 25-yard line to make it all up and to score a touchdown and win the game and stay alive. He might as well have grabbed the ball, went up to Mark Sanchez and said, "Here, this is yours. Win the game." And they snapped the ball and fumble it. And the Titans recover and the Jets lose. I just fogged up my glasses doing that. How does that happen? You were handed the football on their 25-yard line. All you had to do was play football and you would have won the game. And the Jets this year, I'm not convinced that they're an actual football team. I really do believe that they're just a comedy team that they remind me of like a team for comedy movies, like Major League. Like they're just so bad that like you don't expect a real team to be this bad. Like they do stuff like I want to set their games to Benny Hill music. That's how, like, they're not even like bad where they're just like, well, you know, their O-line sucks and their D-line sucks and whatever, and they're just not a good team. They're bad where they're a comedy act out there. They do stuff that you don't even think possible. Oh my God. How does that happen? They were handed the ball on the 25-yard line with like 40 seconds left to play. A little bit more than that. I think it was like 50 something. And like all they had to do was go into the end zone. There's really no way other to describe it than Mark Sanchez ran into I forget his name, but he ran into his ass at one point and then dropped the ball all season. This was the Jets all season. And I'm a Jet fan, obviously. I'm wearing the jersey. Hell, I'm wearing a Mark Sanchez jersey. I got this like 3 years ago when he first joined the Jets because, you know, I was a believer of this guy. I was like, you know, he's not the greatest quarterback in the world, but I see room for improvement. But he just got worse every year. And then they got Tim Tebow. Once they got Tim Tebow, they're like, what were you thinking? And like, they're not a football team. They're a comedy act. That's exactly what they were meant to be. Just one big blooper reel. That's all they were this year. They were a giant blooper reel. And last night, as a Jet fan, I'm not even mad that they lost last night. I found it hilarious. How do you lose like that? It was incredible. Like, they really are. The best way I can compare them to is just like one of those teams that you see in the movie, like Major League. Like, they're just so bad. Like, they do things that, you know, like they drop the ball, like, like, and then, you know, you laugh because you know that in real life that's not ever gonna happen. Well, the Jets do that. They do the thing in real life that will never happen. You know, they do the thing in the movie that will never happen in real life. It's really, that's all it's been all year. And despite this comedy act that they are, they won 6 games. They're 6-8. They have a chance to be 8-8, which isn't that bad. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing for every team that they've beaten. And like, if they win their next 2 games and become 8-8, that's embarrassing. If you're a team that lost to the Jets this year, like, you should probably hang yourself, because that's really just all it is embarrassing. And what's even worse, the Giants have a chance to be 8-8 this year as well. And if the Giants wind up 8-8, I don't think they are. I think the Giants are going to do good. I'm not a Giant fan at all. I'm a Jet fan. I'm not one of those people who are like, well, if the Jets don't do good, I hope the Giants... Like, I'm not one of those people. That's topic for another day. You know, not important. If the Giants, I don't think they're going to, but if the Giants wind up 8-8, the same record as the Jets, that's bad. That's really embarrassing for football, that a team like this comedy team that is the New York Jets is 8-8, and this superpower team like the New York Giants is also 8-8. There's something wrong with that. My word. But yeah, last night was hilarious. I don't know how long I've been going for. I haven't been keeping a time. It has to be over 5 minutes by now. I'll just give you my closing statement. Pretty much the Jets, they're a comedy act. And as a Jet fan, I can't even be mad, because in reality, they're not a good team. And the fact that they won 6 games is nothing short but a miracle. And I really hope that the Giants don't wind up 8-8. I'm not saying the Jets are going to wind up 8-8, but if they do and the Giants do, that's embarrassing. So that's really all I gotta say. Goodbye forever.